Here we go again. More cheap ass Chinese crap. And manufacturers not bothering to check the product, or maybe not the manufacturer, but the people selling the product. This is the bonnet release cable. It has a very minuscule flat edge on it. Let me show you. That flat edge should go up against this. It's there somewhere. Oh, there it is. It just looks like I pressed the moulding. This washer, sorry, not the washer, this piece on the end is too small, goes straight through there. This is the size of the original. As you can see, much bigger, much better quality. But no, we've got to put up with this cheap ass crap. This one I got from S&G Barrett. I don't think anybody else will be any better. Unfortunately, as you can see from the state of this bonnet release cable, I can't use it. So I have to use the new one. And now I've got to, I don't know, I'll have to get a washer somehow and adapt it so that I can tighten the nut up. It's a joke, it really is. I think there is probably no more than 2 or 3 pieces that I've bought new that have fitted and done the job okay. I can't think of any more. Most of the stuff I've purchased is crap. And of course the companies don't care. They're making their huge profits. China's laughing all the way to the bank. And us, people, at the end of the day, we have to put up with all this crap. What a real joke it is, huh? They're laughing at us. So now let me see what I can do to get a big washer. If I put a big washer on there, that might stop it, and then I might still have it. It's got to be a big but thin washer. Then I'll still have enough of this thread sticking through for it not to turn. Wish me luck. Okay, it is in. I had to put a washer on here, and because this is such a piece of crap, the shoulder just is no fucking good to man nor beast. So you have to hold this with a pair of pliers, which of course means you do tend to damage it, but it's out of sight, out of mind. But that's what you get with this fucking reproduction shit. So, as you can see, it is through the top hole there. That, to me, is the correct angle. Some people take it through the middle. That is not something I would recommend, but you do what you want to do. Now, I'll tighten that up. On the other side, there we go. Hang on a second. Oh, there we have cable coming through the top there. In fact, looking at that, I'm going to take that out and tuck it underneath the wiper wire there. I don't like the way it's crossing there. I'm going to put it underneath. Also, we've got the clips here. Now, when you get to the front, excuse me 1 second, here you will discover that this is way too long. You know, they couldn't possibly make it the right size, could they? That would be too fucking helpful. So that's got to be trimmed, and that I will do with my Dremel. When that's done, I'll show you. Right, in order to trim this off, now obviously you could take it all the way out the car, but I'm lazy. I've marked it with tape. I've got a blanket here to protect my bodywork. And what I've got this Dremel set on the slowest speed possible. Now I'm just going to mark it all the way around. It's a little tricky, fiddly diddly as always, of course. Now some people will do this with a hacksaw, and that's fine. You do it with whatever you prefer. I like the Dremel, it's controlled. And what I'm doing is going through the plastic, obviously, and marking the metal. I will be very careful. Don't go deep, because if you go deep you'll cut the inner cable, and the inner cable doesn't come out. If you're wondering why I haven't taken it out, it has a locking block on it to stop you pulling the bonnet cable too far. So let's have a look at this side. Of course, they could have actually made it the right length, but that would have been too helpful, wouldn't it? Now I'm going to try bending it, because what I want it to do is get weak. Getting close. A little more. Yeah, I'm almost through there. A little bit more. And a bit more. Right, it's getting weak. Not yet. Okay, don't rush at this. There she goes. See that now? That's going to break in a minute. I hopefully won't need to grind it anymore. We'll see. Don't count your chickens. There he goes. Alright. That edge, let's shut this off. That edge is not bad. So now we take this off of here. Because you don't really want to leave blue tape on it, do we? Alright. Okay, that edge is not bad. Right, let me clear this up and then we... Alright, sorry, you're going to have to look up my nose. Now, what we need to do is thread this through here. Okay, and through here. Go on, you can do this. I mustn't say what I'm thinking. My wife gets upset when I say, when you're trying to get something in a hole, you... Oh, no, I'm not allowed to say it. Stop it. Just think it, Gary, just think it. There it goes. Okay, so now, you give that a tug, and then slide this as far that way as you can without actually taking, you know, without actually pulling against the spring. So you've got this here, pull that, and that's just resting there now. Well, resting, it's holding at the right point. And now, what I've got to do is tighten up that nut at that same time. Ha 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 ha! Now I'm cheating, I'm using a small monkey wrench. Nobody answered that one, so maybe this is a chimpanzee wrench. Chimpanzee? Baby monkey? Come on. Pay attention. I should use the correct wrench, but I'm lazy. Okay, so that's done, and make sure you get this angle correct too, and that's adjusted by the nut on the top. When I say adjusted, you loosen the nut on the top and then you twiddle, swivel, and then if you need, you can unwind this a bit more to make it a little tighter. If it, you know, when you pull it, it doesn't release quick enough, you can just wind this back. Okay, so now well, I've got to chop this off with my side cutters. I'll leave a bit on there. Cool, that's a tough one. There we go. Okay, that's that done. Next is to put it to the test. Ha ha ha. Give me 1 second here. Put things out of the way. Make sure there's nothing there, which there is. That should not be there. Oh, Gary Van Remortel will be telling me off. And for those of you that don't know Gary, he is an XK aficionado, XK8 aficionado. And I believe, and I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong, that he is an ex-aircraft person. And one of the things he tells me off for is putting tools on my engine and nuts and bolts when I'm working on it. That's not something you're allowed to do, and you will probably be instantly fired if you did it in the aircraft industry. And there are obvious reasons for that. Well, like this, you would never leave this on here, but there's nowhere this engine's starting, there's no fuel, there's no electric, so it's safe. So let's see if the bonnet shuts. Let me just strap you on. Okay, this is the big test. Fortunately, without the grill, if it doesn't work, I can reach in here and grab this. So it's a bit of a hefty. Ooh, that was a bit too hefty. Okay, she's shut. She looks fucking good too. Now let's go and see. See blankets everywhere because I keep protecting things. And we want to release our hood. And look at that. She released. Now, let's see what happens. I'm going to lift it up. And my thought is, has this returned? That hasn't returned. So I'm going to have to... Ah, there it is. Okay, it was just stuck a little. Oh, sorry, you're probably not seeing that, are you? Hopefully you can see that. See, that's what it should do. It should spring back. It didn't. It got stuck. Just something to pay attention to. All right. Wow. Very, very, very short video, as always. But I'd like to try and push them out for you, so you guys know what's going on. And just to show you here, don't forget the grommet. This is the grommet, obviously, that I've already put in for the wiper. And this grommet is for the cable. Not sure what's coming through these other holes yet. We will find out as time goes by. It's going to be great. We're getting there. What is it they say? Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. Hey, there's that monkey again. Gosh, look at that dusty cover. Got to deal with that. All right, going to push this one out to you guys now. I hope you enjoy it. I know it was a very simple thing. I must admit, I'm still not sure if I'm going to jump into the wiring tomorrow, purely because I've got to sit back now and think what else that I've got half-assed that I haven't finished. I don't think there is anything I have half-assed that I haven't finished, so it could well be that we jump in to the wiring tomorrow. Sorry, I've just seen something that I need to check. That's this here, because when the radiator goes in, okay, there is enough room for that to move back. I just wasn't sure if I'd left enough slack. I thought I had, and that was my plan, but I wasn't 100% sure, but I am now. Good. All right. And let's turn the engine over. Oh, that's quite stiff. Oh, you can hear it. Hear that? It's coming out somewhere. It's coming out from one of the spark plugs, I think. Probably the plugs aren't tight yet. I think I just put those in finger tight. Yeah, they're all finger tight, which is why I can hear psst. But I don't want them super tight, because at the moment, when I'm turning the engine over, it makes it a little easier. All right. Okay. You know what you got to do. Get out in the garage. Do some shit. Hey, this video wasn't so prolific with the Anglo-Saxon language as one of my subscribers said, and I must admit I do apologize for that. Yesterday I got really frustrated in what I was doing, and the language got somewhat colorful. Anglo-Saxon language, or as they say, pardon my French, because, well, we'll leave it there, shall we? Right, get out of the garage, go do some shit.